The reason I've been keeping all this stuff secret is not because I'm suing anybody.
Legally, I can't get into what happened. My lawyers told me not to speak on it. China.
It's not because I was covering for anybody or I signed an NDA.
Crazy, we're both a little banged up.
Yeah, what happened to you?
I fell off a building.
They were all just jokes.
I was in a skydiving accident. Chute didn't open.
I was in a lot of pain, and that's how I choose to cope with my pain.
I fell down off my balcony, 12 stories high.
Yeah, how does that happen?
I mean, everybody's different, but if you think about it, we're all already dead.
If you were a little better of a human, I would have given you one of my eyes.
I wouldn't want your fat eye in my head.
The reason this story's so long is because it's the only way I could tell it without feeling like a complete fucking idiot.
So, where do I begin? I grew up in Staten Island, New York.
Happy birthday, Jeffrey.
When I was a kid, I thought I was gonna be a baseball player, but that didn't work out.
I'm back, baby. Go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of here, man. In New York fucking driving. Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Oh, you're home?
Yes.
I came to New York.
You did?
I'll be home in 5 minutes.
My mother was a secretary. She worked in the World Trade Center. She survived 9/11. She was a tough Italian woman.
My mother, she actually cares for me, and she loves me, and she misses me, and that's why I'm surprising them. I'm gonna pop up and just be like, hey, Ma, I'm home. The whole year.
Oh, yes, it has been too long.
Where's the old man?
In the shower. He doesn't know you're coming. Can you stay for dinner?
Yeah. Mary, we were just talking about you. Come over here and show the stupid tattoo. Let's compare them.
You want to see my tattoo?
Yeah. Look.
What?
My parents are still together to this day. The only thing they ever really fought about was money. It taught me at an early age I had to work. My father was a bus driver.
I wasn't a bus driver.
You drove a train. It's the same thing. It's like a Bronx Tale. I was going for a Bronx Tale. De Niro driving the bus. He tells the kid, don't hang out with those guys. Go to school, do the right thing. That's what I was going for. I was trying to make you look like De Niro. But you blew it. You made me say, whatever. My father was a hardworking guy. I appreciate the way he raised me, but I just knew I was never going to live like that. They worked hard for us. I had a brother and a sister. Him and my mom, they're together for 40 years.
Your mother is not the easiest one to live with.
He's the difficult one.
It's haunted up here. This is where all the ghosts are. Like, it creeped me out when I was a kid, but even now.
All right.
I'm gonna find some old pictures from my childhood.
Let's see.
It's important to come back and see your family, see your loved ones.
Daddy.
Oh man. Wow. The only people that got you in the long run is your family. The only ones that'll be there at your funeral or visit you in the hospital is gonna be your family. Yeah, you become your parents. It's terrifying to see him downstairs and know that that's what I'm gonna become. I tried to stay away from my family as much as I could growing up. I wanted to hang out with my friends, cause trouble. I grew up dirt poor. And I would get abused by my parents for no reason.
No, he gave us plenty of reasons.
Yeah.
He was staying out like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. He'd come home. I went berserk. I started smashing stuff in his bedroom. And I grabbed his mattress. I dragged the mattress outside. I got the garden hose and I sprayed it. Let him go to sleep on this bed, soaking wet. No matter what I did, it never worked.
This is a mafia-owned deli. I used to come here as a kid. Now I'm a YouTuber out in Hollywood. I just,
Don't take that.
I'm not wearing a wire or nothing like that.
I want to be filmed.
Okay,
Thanks.
it's good seeing you again. I was trying to get him riled up. Did you get him? Did you film him?
Yeah, I got him.
I don't like being filmed. What are you gonna do, shoot me?
I didn't love school, and I loved the idea of making fast money.
Whatever, let's just go in. When did I ever listen to the rules here? I used to go here, and now I'm a famous YouTube star from Hollywood.
That's great.
Is it cool to just walk down there to my old classroom?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Try to make a run for it, but they reach for their weapons. I was one of these kids with my bubble jacket and Jordans, walking home from school, little punk kid. My school was hell. I already had a job that I was making more money than the average person, probably $1,500 a week as a barber at 16.
The whole cut and hair thing was something that came to me naturally.
We're headed to the first barber shop I ever worked at. This is where I grew up. I'm nervous to go back here. This is like where I learned my sense of humor from these guys. They were all a bunch of fucking nut jobs, but it was like a family. So wanna Good to see you. Yo. That's where I get my smoothness from. This is where I get my recklessness from.
I learned just cutting my own hair when I was like 13, and I would cut school and go hang out at the barbershop. I learned not only how to cut hair, I learned everything about the streets. There's no bullshit in a New York barbershop.
I saw guys like John and Nick who are like extremely hardworking guys, smart guys. They knew everybody. They were very well connected. They just had to work their asses off. There's only so high you can go as a barber before you hit a ceiling.
So you go to New York and you're looking to buy weed. You go to a barbershop. I was heavily invested in selling weed. When you get into millions of dollars worth of it, then it becomes dangerous. I got in trouble a lot for that. I got arrested a lot and had a lot of hard life lessons.
Well, I was worried about you because I thought you were going to get in trouble, honestly. There's not going to help this kid. He's in trouble.
You totally act on impulse, do crazy shit. It was from living with me for those 4 years.
Damn, this is our old house. I moved out at 17 and I moved in with him. We rented this house and we destroyed it.
Side by side in the barbershop every day next to each other. Did stupid shit like hustle, sell drugs, go out to clubs, bars, race motorcycles.
I always looked at you like just like a big brother but a fuck up. But both of you were like mentors, you know? The angel and the devil.
I spent more time with these guys growing up than I did with my own family because I worked in the barbershop 10, 15 hours a day.
So I had a kid in the chair. The mother was right there. So I said, your girlfriend was a whore or something. He swung over the kid.
You know, we played dice games, gamble, boxing matches. You got Jeff, you know, dabbling, because I see everything. I'm not stupid.
I was also selling everything I could get my hands on until I got caught.
I didn't last long with the pills. It was just pills were so easy. You can make like 15 grand a week, but I never got that far into it. I stopped. John shut me down.
You remember that situation where I had the pills in the car? I had like 1,000 Roxys or something.
John came right in my car. He grabbed the center console. He said, "What is this?" And he pulled out 1,000 pills in a bag. And he said, "I'm taking this. If you keep doing this, you're not working at the shop anymore." This is where I would get arrested. The precinct's right here. So every time I would get arrested, they would take me down here. It's fucking hell in there. It's so disgusting. Those little tiny cells are just so fucking old.
Where did you see me going in the future?
Jail, doing like a 10-year stretch for something reckless and stupid.
We were at church and we come home and my son Steven goes, Jeff got arrested.
They weren't messing around. The judge was mad, the cop, he was fuming. I always said that he was gonna be in jail life or be president of the United States.
Seriously?
Yes.
You weren't fake, you weren't phony, you were just doing what you had to do, and you would never lie to me. That's one thing he would never do, is lie.
Well, in junior high school, he learned to lie. And he would look straight right into your face and tell you the absolute opposite.
It just makes you miserable here, right? It makes you angry. There's like no room for you to grow here. I could not find any motivation to do anything other than crime when I lived here.
You had to get out of New York. The best advice I could have gave you was like, yo, get the fuck out of here. You had to leave. You had to go. There was no way that you were gonna survive this. No way.
I moved to Miami. I got myself working on music video sets and just stuff I could have never got to in my hometown. I liked working for myself. That was the cool part about cutting hair, is that I was able to build my own clientele. I learned a lot about business from an early age. I was driven from day one that no matter what I did, I was going to be successful at. I did just about whatever it took to get myself in a position to not have to worry about money. We get to Miami and we basically just meet up with bigger criminals and just shared all of our criminal knowledge together.
I came in the apartment one day, there was 800 iPhones in the apartment. You don't know what 800 iPhones looks like until you see 800 iPhones. I said, what the fuck? Anything you can imagine they got.
Quickly got right back into drug dealing, and I was selling a lot of weed. The money was okay, but also I got an education in crime.
We handled life differently. We approached life differently from a younger age. We just went at everything head on like a bull.
It's kind of a cycle here. I keep pushing, see how much I can get away with, push a little more, see how much I can get away with, and then boom, rock bottom. I was facing life in jail. I spent my 21st birthday in Miami-Dade County Jail, trafficking cocaine, OxyContin, weed. I had a casino in my Miami penthouse. I got handed a statement to write down who was involved, and I made a paper airplane out of it, and I kept my mouth shut.
I was caught red-handed. And they have it in evidence bags in front of you. And I'm talking to my lawyer and they're saying like, we have a technicality here, like you could get out because they didn't have a warrant to search your house. In Miami Beach PD, they did something crooked and they came in with no warrant. But I was like, I'm fucking caught red-handed. Like, I'm fucked. 15 years that I was supposed to do was gone. I would still be in jail to this day. And now I was free to go. And they just said, pack up your shit.
I went to jail 5 times for the same thing. And then I get out and I do the same exact thing again. I moved out here to buy weed and mail it back to the barbershops in New York. I moved into 1600 Vine, where it just happened to be, coincidentally, the mecca for Viners.
So how does it work? The first time you get some money from Vine, you come and get an apartment here?
You have to, that's the rule.
And that was where I had my trap house.
We're standing outside of a place where Jeff conducts a lot of business illegally.
No, I do not.
And I met David, and then David was just infatuated with my past.
Oh my fucking goodness!
Where'd you get this shit from? Dude, Jeff got cash like this.
You should do that with your money.
I don't sell drugs.
Neither do I.
Our first interaction, I wasn't planning on vlogging with him. I was hanging out with Todd and David showed up and we got pulled over.
We're about to get pulled over in 3, 2, 1. What are you doing? Oh, we got pulled over!
And he just loved it. He just got such a kick out of it, like this guy's a criminal.
I think these guys want to see me go to jail. All right, guys, they're about to find out the car's stolen.
At the time, I thought he was just like a jerky kid that's willing to put anything in a video, didn't care about other people. He said to me, why wouldn't you show this? This is real, this is you, this is what people will relate to. I let him put out my mugshot and then I felt free. My own YouTube channel blew up and now every single video I was posting was in the millions.
Next up, we got Casey Neistat.
You know who I think is great, and I think is a new genre? Jeff Wittek.
Oh, the barbershop? You went on, right?
Dude, it's such a good show. I feel like Jeff has merged what is effectively like conversation with actual like a YouTube format.
It's refreshing.
It's refreshing.
When I first saw it, I really liked the format.
You got that many people riding on you. You kind of get a sense that you have to one-up yourself every time. You gotta come up with a new idea, and that idea has to be better than your last video that you did last week. And that video you did last week, you put every single thing you have in that last video. And now you gotta top that, but this is maybe where we went wrong.
Everyone will now be required to wear a mask.
All of a sudden, we can't film anymore.
You wake up that day and you have to jump out of a plane 6, 7 times.
You could just feel like they just got back from the Olympics.
We're in the middle of the lake. We have this tractor.
I just wanna go to Burning Man and suck my own dick. I just wanna go to Burning Man and suck my own dick on a spaceship.